Hi, my name is Dane Rush, and I'm from the good old Two Rivers, Wisconsin, and I happen to be the founder of the all-in-one social media app, Pyxsee. I came up with this idea of Pyxsee, actually, right here, in this exact same spot my freshman year of college at the University of Oshkosh, Wisconsin, about 3 years ago. You see, Pyxsee is the social media equivalent to a Swiss Army knife. It complies to all your favorite social media accounts, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and YouTube, into one easy to use app. Now, users can post, share, like, retweet, comment, favorite, and any other verb you do online in one centralized location. Guys, we have a major issue here. Kids are simply spending way too much time on their social media instead of experiencing and exploring the real world. We've all seen it before. People are so glued to their phone that they don't even see anything happening around them. And today, kids are... You okay? Okay, good talk. Kids today rely on communication through their phones instead of face-to-face conversations. That is getting to a point where we are losing deep, meaningful relationships. Now guys, this is a problem, like I said. On average, kids are spending more than 2.5 to 3 hours per day on social media. Now in a lifetime, this comes out to become more than 6 years spent simply on social media in a lifetime. Not only is the rampant use of social media annoying for parents, but it's a complete waste of time. On average, kids will spend more than 2.5 hours per day on social media. Now guys, this comes out to become more than 6 years spent simply on social media. Imagine what they could do at that time. They could have walked their dog, whatever this thing is, 93,000 times. Instead, they spent it on social media. They could have got a bachelor's degree in science and art. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but instead, they spent it on social media. They could have flown to the moon and back 32 times. Instead, they spent it on social media. Now guys, come here, I'll break this down for you. That is 6 years spent simply on social media, comes out to become 312 weeks, or 2,190 days, or even 131,000 minutes spent simply on social media. But I mean, who's counting?
Yeah, well, last week I hit 300 followers on the gram, and it was the most wicked high I've ever had.
See, when we use social media, there's an addictive numbing chemical release called dopamine. Now, dopamine is the same chemical that makes us feel good when we smoke, when we drink, and when we gamble. In other words, it is highly, highly addictive. Now, we have an entire generation that has access to an addictive numbing chemical with no restrictions. Now, guys, I don't know if you like drugs, but I sure don't. Obviously, we have a big problem on our hands, one that will continue to grow if we do not do something about it. If only someone could create an app that limits the amount of time we spend on social media. Oh yeah, that's right, I did. With our simple swipe navigation, the user can swiftly transition from one site to the next within seconds. As you can see, I'm just simply swiping from one side to the next, and I can transition to all my favorite social media sites. The unique thing about Pyxsee is that the user can have full view of their apps, being able to like, share, retweet, favorite, basically anything that they can do within the native apps, they can do within Pyxsee. Watch how fast I can go from one app to the next while being able to see full view and being able to like anything I want and comment as well, along with being able to see my own profile. And again, swipe right to Twitter, I can see all my notifications, I can search, I can do my direct messaging, and like I said, I can go within the app and see full view. I can like, I can comment, I can retweet if I want to, retweet, full view. Here's my LinkedIn. All I have to do is swipe down and then I get the expanded view. I can see all my notifications, I can see who wants to connect, I can see what the most recent notifications are, and I can also go on my messages. Everything within a simple swipe and within one app for maximum efficiency. Here's Pinterest, and finally YouTube. And the fantastic thing about Pyxsee as well is our newest feature, the post to all. So if a user wants to be maximum efficiency, they can post to all their favorite social media sites within a click. Their Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, they can type their message. Pyxsee's main purpose is to create a faster, more efficient way for users to access and control all of their favorite social media accounts. This right here is a Pyxsee self-timer. So this shows the user how much time they're actually wasting each day on social media. So for example, I spent 21 minutes and 53 seconds today on January 16th, and I can see individually how much time I spent on all the apps. That's not even the coolest part. I personally can set a self-timer to limit my own daily usage for social media. So right here I can set a limit for myself. If I want to limit myself to an hour and 15 minutes, all I have to do is click that and start timer. Once the timer is done and I spent my hour and 15, the app will say thank you for using and will ask you if you want to continue using or if you want to shut down. If they click shut down, then their Pyxsee account gets locked until the next morning. And here's another calendar view to show the user another visual appealing way to see how much time they're spending if they want to see how much time they spent in the history. So I can click on December 8th, and December 8th I spent 41 minutes and 31 seconds.
Pyxsee isn't just great for those who want to become more productive with their social media. It also puts the power back in the hands of the parents. While researching Pyxsee's target market, I spoke to hundreds of parents who want to control their kids' out of control social media usage. This is exactly why I developed Pyxsee's parental control feature.
For the first time ever, parents can now control and set timers to limit their kids' social media usage. For example, if a parent didn't want their kids spending time on social media during school or even before bed, they can now set a timer to block out that allotted time period. Here's our pricing options, and for $2.99 per kid per month or $50 a year for unlimited kids. Whichever works best for the parent and whatever is most convenient for the parent as well. So all the parent has to do is select how many kids they want to control, click continue, type in their dependents' names, and they are good to go. Now they have the ability to send this code to their kid within our app. All they have to do, type in their kid's number, send the code, and then when the kid signs up using this code, through our back end, it knows that these two devices are connected within each other, giving the parent the permission to control their kids' social media within our app. All they have to do, click View Dependents, and then they have the ability to see how much time their kids are spending, along with setting time limits. Now guys, this feature is demanded by millions and millions of parents across the world today.
Sharks, I'm looking for $200,000 for 20% equity in my company. With this money, I'm going to bring Android to market. I'm going to add to the team in aspects of marketing, sales, along with legal help. And what we're going to do is we're going to open up a new office shop. Man, Sharks, all this potential is making me thirsty. No funds? Since launching in December 2017, we already have currently 15,000 active users, and we are growing at a weekly rate of 90% week over week. Now guys, there are more than 2.62 billion active social media users in the world today, and that number is expected to rise to 2.9 billion by 2019. Phenomenal. Now listen here. There are more than 55 million kids in the US between ages 9 and 18, and given that our customer lifetime value over 6 years is $43, only taking 0.5% of that target market, that gives us roughly, carry the one, I'm not too good at math, but a net revenue potential of $86 million. Now guys, I don't know about you, but I think I got something here. Now to validate my idea, I've gone through some rigorous accelerator programs, such as the Alta Resources Accelerator for $5,000. I've also gone through the Alta Resources Incubator for $10,000. And I also took first place at the Culver's Business Pitch Model Contest for a whopping $18,600. Now guys, with this money, I was able to bring iOS to market. But think about it, that's only 18% of the worldwide market, and Android's the other 80% of the market. And with the funds that I could receive from you guys, we would have the ability to bring Android to market. Now I'm not sure, but I don't want a piece of the pie, I want the whole thing. Guys, there's one main reason why I developed Pyxsee, and that is to get kids off their phone. Now we have a huge problem here where kids are simply spending too much time on their phones, and they actually care about their phones more than they care a lot about things that really should matter to them. Now, I grew up in a small town called Two Rivers. When I was 8 years old, instead of sitting on my phone, I would actually go outside and adventure and explore the real world with my friends. Nowadays, kids are 8 years old, and they're even getting social media younger than that too. They're getting social media as young as 6, 7 years old, and they're being sucked in by these Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and that is why I created Pyxsee, is to get them off their social media and give them a solution that if they are going to use social media, they can use it faster and more efficient with Pyxsee. Now this isn't just a relief for the kids, it's a relief for the parents as well, because now the parents can feel relieved knowing that their kids are being more productive and more efficient with their social media usage. Now, some of the largest brands known today have actually been called upon to create an application like Pyxsee in order to get kids off their phones, such as Apple recently has been in big publicity, knowing that their cell phones are addictive. This shows that the market is here, the timing is perfect, and Pyxsee is the solution. Now, with my motivation and the Sharks connections, we could end the social media addiction and get kids off their phone once and for all. Now, thank you guys, and I look forward to meeting you and speaking with you all.